Engine Update 4.0. Let's get into it. What's up, my fearless friend Shayshahn, PhearNone MacPherson, back to you with another Gear and Gadgets, where I like to talk tech, apparel, and gear for DJs, musicians, and artists alike. Today I'm unpacking Engine DJ's Update 4.0, but first let me show you the download process. First, we'll get into Engine Desktop, which is a smaller update. They improved and fixed stability when copying, syncing tracks, and playlists to external drives. They fixed an issue where a user's sound switch library would get repacked to drive even if it did not get updated. They also fixed an issue where smart lists could disappear when you move to a different parent playlist. Now let's get into the OS, which is a way bigger update. This Engine 4.0 update fixed a lot of the aesthetics and modernized it and brought it up to date. I noticed they have like this blue little tint to where they usually have neon green. Now it's mixed with like this blue. And the user interface on the Prime Go, which is what I'll be using today to show you guys, they just modernized some of the fonts and rearranged some of what we're used to seeing. Let's get into the features. The redesigned performance view. On the deck view, the deck layout is now consistent between vertical and horizontal view, as well as standalone players. Album art is now displayed next to the track name. Beat phase, beat keeper are now available as a switchable option on all devices. Key change controls added reset, sync, and enable/disable controls. Pressing a deck's BPM can now be used to assign the lead status to a deck. New Layout Manager allows for deeper customization of views. So now you can save and recall up to 3 different layouts, and let me show you how that looks. As you can see here is view 1, view 2, and view 3. And when you hit view 1, you'll see it'll switch to performance pads, performance library, and main effects if you want it. Whatever you put in there will save into your view. So now we're in view 1, and if I bring that back up, now you'll see they'll have your library to the left here, and they pack the 2 waveforms from both decks right here to the right. And as you can see, the font looks a little different. If you're used to Engine OS, you know what it looked like because they hadn't had an update in a little while, and you can see they added just slight touches to make it look different. So then if I go back and hit view 2, we have a different view now, as you can see. And then if I go back again and hit view 3, they're all turned off. You see how they all switched? And then close that. And now we have that. You can independently choose between 2 to 4 decks or 2 4-deck waveform views. And that's for 4-deck units only. Right now we're on the go, so that doesn't apply to me. Players view option include 1 deck, 2 decks, stack, or 2 decks group. Players can now swap decks and waveform positions using the deck swap option, and this is for the SC5000 and 6000. The performance library is now available to be displayed in all view configurations. Additional changes and improvements. They added the ability to adjust the position of the playhead position on the waveforms. Performance library, performance pad view, toolbar, load to the deck screen, as well as other elements have been improved and redesigned. And when you dive through these menus, you'll see a whole lot of slight changes, like I said, to the UI, the font. They added a train spotting mode, which is the ability to hide a track title and artist from the deck. So now we'll get to the library. They redesigned the search bar in the library. as we can show here. And this font looks very different than what I'm used to going through the library. So they redesigned the search bar. Searching can be switched between entire collection and current playlists. Search button is now in the same location in both the library and performance views for faster searching of all content. The expanded track list shows a larger number of songs and displays full waveform overviews, including cues and loops. Playlist tree automatically collapses when focus is on the track list. A button is available in the sidebar to manually expand and collapse the playlist tree. Effects. Touch Effects Echo and Filter Dub Echo now have an additional amount slider for better customization and control. FX buttons now flash when engaged. As you can see, it's flashing as it's engaged here. Reset FX now sets all parameters to default. Filter and noise sweeps are now audible in the cue mix when you're listening in your headphones. Reset played tracks. Played tracks can now be reset. Option available in profile/display. Other updates. 24-hour clock option now available in settings and device. Increase recording volume on all units so that the recording level is more consistent across units. Prime 4, Prime 2, and Prime Go all have been boosted 8 dB. Tracks can now be ejected from the deck, pressing Shift Load on consoles and Shift Eject on players. Improved Beatport/Beat Source search now uses the latest search interface from Beatport. I don't use Beatport, but I might start looking into it since they upped the price of Tidal, so I'll definitely check that out and let you guys know what I think about that. Key sync feature is now available on Numark Engine DJ OS devices. Manual loop creation can now be canceled mid-loop creation by pressing the End button again. This one is really important. You guys pay attention, especially if you're still running 1.0 software. 4.0 no longer supports updating collections from 1.x versions. Users will be prompted to the first update. So what they're going to do is prompt you to first update to 3.4 before updating to 4.0 if the collection is sufficiently outdated. So be real careful updating this, especially if you don't have 3.4, the last update that came out. Other improvements and fixes, and there's a lot. They fixed an issue with swapping FX or touch FX channels assignments when an effect is active could result in pops and clicks. I wasn't having that, but if you guys were having that, they fixed that. They fixed an issue with the Prime 4 and Prime 4 Plus units. Search filters were unusually slow compared to other EOS devices. They fixed an issue with some tracks which show up blank when browsing from a networked player. They also fixed an issue where some streaming tracks would not immediately appear on a deck once downloaded, which is an issue. They fixed an issue where moving a loop region could result in short audio dropouts. They fixed an issue where opening the session's first track in the grid editor, no waveform would be shown until a button was pressed. They fixed an issue where waveforms would stutter every 20 seconds. That had to be annoying. I never had that. They fixed an issue where using a computer as a music source, updating playlists would not show updates on Engine OS devices under certain circumstances, which is nice because that new feature where you can run music through something like the Prime Go is very cool. They fixed an issue where dub echo and wash effects would jump in intensity when the knob was around the 11 o'clock position. They fixed an issue where a track would be left in an unanalyzed state if the track was unloaded before the analysis was finished. They fixed an issue where Amazon Music download/decryption would be slower if the music is already playing. They fixed an issue where navigating from a playlist to a prepare list and back again would cause the playlist position to be lost. Wow. They fixed an issue where Dropbox library would not download when switching user accounts. Thank goodness. They fixed an issue where entering incorrect login credentials to a streaming service would ask users to check their internet instead of letting them know that the login was invalid. I hate when that happens in software. They just tell you, check your connection. Meanwhile, your password wasn't right. And of course, miscellaneous additional stability and performance improvements. This download is for all the decks that are using Engine, it seems like. Prime 4 Plus, Mixstream Pro Go, SC Live 2, SC Live 4, Mixstream Pro Plus, Mixstream Pro, Prime 4, Prime Go, Prime 2, SC6000M, SC5000 Prime, and SC5000M Prime. So yeah, that's the big update from Engine right now. And you know, it's a lot of quality of life enhancements, a little modernization on the UI here. And you know, I welcome the update. I was thinking to myself, when's this update going to come out? Let me know what you think about this update. It seems like a lot is packed into here, but it's mostly like fonts and just fixing stuff that people were complaining about. Still nothing with like stems or stuff like that on the Prime Go, and still no, you know, effects on the mic inputs. But other than that, you know, I welcome this update. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if this is what you were expecting from an update from Engine OS. You know, they did that big jump from 3.4 all the way to 4.0. Let me guys know what you think. Is this a 4.0 update, or is this more like a 3.5 type of update? And you know, I really appreciate you guys coming by the channel. Look for more updates and other videos on, you know, where I talk about updates or just quality of life for DJ musicians and artists alike. Thank you for stopping by PhearNone's Gear and Gadgets. Peace.